Hey everybody, I am so excited today to share with you this video. This is not sponsored. I am just in love with these stamps, and they're by Sassy and Crafty, and they have a new one that just came out, and I'm going to show you how it works. It's so cool. But before I do that, I just wanted to share with you my current obsession with this line and all of the sets that I have. Some of these I haven't even used yet. I just ordered them, and I even have some more that are coming like tomorrow. I just love these girls, and I have to have all of them. So these are some of my favorites. Actually, these are all of the stamps. I wanted to give you an idea of what is in the line. It's a small company based out of Georgia. I know the owner. Her name is Beth. She's fabulous, and she works really hard, and I just can't get enough of these designs. So I really wanted to share with you this new cool stamp set that she has out, which I'll get to in a minute. I'm also going to show you how I, as a novice, use my Copic markers to color in images. And I by no means even claim to know necessarily what the heck I'm doing. I just am going to show you what works for me. It's not like perfect coloring. So if you're looking for like the real way to use a Copic marker, you might want to go check out other Copic marker like artists. I'm just showing you what works for me, and if anything, I want this to give you the confidence to try your alcohol markers out and just know that, hey, if she's crazy enough to do it, I can do it too. So anyway, that's what this video is going to be about, and I'll show you the different combos with this Build Your Sassy Girl stamp. I don't even know if that's the name of it, but anyway, it's pretty freaking fabulous. Also, if you're interested in these, I do have an affiliated link, even though I'm not on the design team. I do have an affiliated link with them, and I will have that listed down below, so you can go check out their store. She has a whole bunch of great stencils as well that I use a lot of, but this is where I throw my money at, y'all. Like, I don't buy a lot, but I definitely do enjoy these little Sassy and Crafty stamps. They're so wonderful. There's another thing she has. They're like called Sassy packs, and they have like embellishments and stuff in them. I haven't gotten into that. I stick to this because I have enough of that in my stash, but it might be something that interests you. So I just thought I would just throw that on out at you. All right, so we are almost getting close to the end. She has some sassy dogs. This isn't her entire line. These are just the ones that I've purchased myself because I love them. These dogs were some of the first ones that I've ever played with. I do have a video on those as well. And she does have a crafty side that's super cute. And then, of course, you know, got to get the cocktails in there, right? So anyway, this is the set we're going to play with today. How cool is this? You're going to build your own girl. I love it. You can mix and match. And I created 6 girls. I'll show you at the end what I did with them. But we are going to build one of those girls today. And we're going to use our Misty. And since I am using Copic markers, I'm going to use my Copic Safe ink. This is the best stuff I've ever found. Doesn't bleed, and it holds up, and that ink pad is like 12 years old. Crazy. Okay, so I am not cleaning it because I actually do want that to eventually stain so that I can layer it on easier, and I don't have to eyeball it through the clear like the clear stamp. It'll be a whole lot easier if I can actually line it up perfectly with lines. So I'm just gonna do my best here to line this top up. You don't have to put a top on her. I mean, she could be wearing something strapless for all we know, and they do have a strapless little one. But for this particular one, I am choosing the one that gave me the most challenge when I was lining this up the first time, just so you can see how it works. And that time it lined up pretty good. You just need to pay attention to the breastbone and like that cleavage line. And then the face pops on top of that with the neck. And again, the Misty is super important for this because it does allow everything to stay in alignment and you can get that perfect placement. So as I finish up this stamp, I just want to take this opportunity to encourage you, if you haven't subscribed to my channel, to consider doing so if you enjoy content like this. I do a lot of paper crafting stuff, and I do a lot of product demo tutorials. I am just an average crafter. My whole point is not only to kind of show you how you can do it, so I bring it, sometimes YouTube crafters artists can get really caught up in the art, and they're kind of intimidating. I'm not intimidating. You see me make mistakes in my channel. I work through those mistakes, and then you see what I create. I by no means think that I am uber talented. I just have a passion, and that's what I want you guys to do too, is I want to give you the confidence to go out and create. So if that's something that you're interested in, I certainly hope that you consider subscribing to my channel, making sure you hit that notification bell. That just lets YouTube know that I'm bringing you valuable content, and they start to just kind of help push that out. Since it is free content, I don't get paid to be here per se, except on the ad revenue. So that just helps push that out. And then also, if you have any questions or comments, leave them down below. Give this video a thumbs up if you enjoy. So what I'm doing right now, pardon me, is I'm layering down a base color. And I'm just using my Copic markers that are in my stash. I want her to have a darker skin tone, so I'm laying down a base, and you're going to notice that it's super splotchy, and I have to work through that splotchiness as I go through this video. And the reason why this particular image ends up splotchy is because I have such a drastic shade change that I do, but I make it work, and you'll see how. So I'm just layering down that light color first, and then what you want to do is you want to layer on your mid color next, and then at the very end you layer on your darker color. To blend it, you do not use a colorless blender. You actually are going to use that lighter color again, and that's going to blend out your color. And if by chance it's still splotchy, you're going to notice that I go over with a fourth color. It's super light, and that particular marker is extremely moist, and so it just smooths everything out. I do the same technique with the hair, and I do the same technique with the shirt. I also have a piece of paper behind my image, and I'm doing that on purpose because alcohol markers tend to bleed depending on how moist they are. And since I am working on a silicone mat, what happens is as that ink bleeds through the paper, it can sit on that mat, and then it will soak right back up into my paper, and it will give that image that fuzzy, or I color it out of my lines look, which I don't really want. So by placing a piece of paper under your image, it captures that excess ink, and it doesn't soak back up into your image. Now, I do move my image around periodically on my paper just so that it doesn't get too saturated, because of course if it does get saturated, it's going to pop back up in there. Now, I am not the neatest Copic marker a colorist. I'm not a colorist. I'm just coloring. And you'll see I'm very sloppy. However, when you start to blend things out, it actually can almost disappear and blend into your image, and it doesn't take away or add to. It just kind of works. So don't freak out if you get one little dot, or if you get an entire line out. Just go over that with the lightest color at the end if it's not blended through, and it'll totally blend in, and you won't even be able to notice it. That's just a little trick. So I am going to let you finish watching me color this little gal up, and I'll come back with you at the end. right, so I certainly hope that you enjoyed that process of how I go about coloring my images. And here are 6 examples that I created using this one stamp set. And you guys, there are so many more possibilities to it than just these 6. And I do take the camera down and kind of do a close-up on it to let you know what it looks like closer. So pardon the shakiness there. But I certainly hope that you enjoyed this video. If you did, make sure you give it a thumbs up and leave any questions or comments. Feel free to share in any of your groups. Until next time, I'm Beth Skolden. Happy crafting.